What really happened in the days before Robert Carradine suddenly went silent? Just weeks before his devastating passing, the veteran actor reportedly failed to show up to a scheduled table read for his latest project, and the silence that followed left everyone uneasy. At first, it seemed like a small hiccup in production, but looking back now, many are wondering if that moment was the first sign that something much deeper was happening behind the scenes. According to director Connie Lamott, Carradine had been attached to star in a crime drama called The Driver, where he was set to play a powerful mob boss, a role that would have marked a dramatic shift from the comedic characters that made him famous. Lamott later revealed that when Carradine missed the table read and went completely radio silent, she immediately sensed something wasn't right. Producers reportedly tried to reach him, but couldn't. A friend within the cast was aware of his long-standing mental health struggles, so instead of pushing, they chose to give him space, hoping he would return when he felt ready. But he never did. Then came the heartbreaking announcement. Carradine's family confirmed that he had passed away at 71. In a deeply emotional statement, his brother Keith Carradine revealed that Robert had been battling bipolar disorder for over 2 decades. The family chose to speak openly about his struggle, hoping to bring awareness to mental health challenges that so often remain hidden. Reports suggest his diagnosis came after the tragic loss of his brother David in 2009, a moment that profoundly affected him. Suddenly, that missed table read didn't just seem like a scheduling issue. It felt heavier, more complicated. What makes the story even more difficult to process is how excited Carradine reportedly was about this new chapter. Lamott described him as cheerful, engaged, and eager to prove he could take on more serious, dramatic roles. After decades in Hollywood, he still wanted to challenge himself. He didn't want to be remembered only for comedy, and that drive to evolve had defined much of his career. Carradine first stepped into the spotlight in 1972's The Cowboys alongside John Wayne, but it was his role as Louis Skolnick in Revenge of the Nerds that cemented his place in pop culture history. Years later, he connected with an entirely new generation as Sam McGuire in Lizzie McGuire, becoming the lovable TV dad to Hilary Duff's character. He had that rare ability to stay relevant across decades, shifting from westerns to comedy to family television without missing a beat. When news of his passing broke, tributes poured in almost instantly. Former co-stars expressed shock and sorrow. Hilary Duff honored him publicly, remembering the warmth and kindness he brought to set. Hallie Todd, who played his on-screen wife, also shared touching words. But perhaps the most emotional tribute came from his daughter, Ever Carradine. In a heartfelt message, she described him as sweet, funny, and endlessly supportive, a father who never missed a chance to say, "I love you." She called him a lover, not a fighter, reminding everyone that beyond the headlines was a man full of heart. As the industry reflects on his life, a broader conversation is unfolding about mental health in Hollywood. Fame can amplify pressure. The expectation to always perform, to always show up smiling, can mask private struggles. And while it's important not to speculate beyond what the family has shared, many fans online have pointed out how common it is for actors to quietly step back when battles behind closed doors become overwhelming. Rumors and online chatter have swirled, but what we know for certain is that Carradine faced a long, documented struggle with bipolar disorder, something his family bravely chose to speak about openly. And that brings the focus back to the table read that never happened. A single missed meeting, a moment that seemed minor at the time. Sometimes the quietest signals are the hardest to recognize until it's too late. There's no dramatic scandal here, no explosive controversy. Just a reminder that even those who make us laugh can carry unseen weight. Robert Carradine leaves behind 3 children, decades of unforgettable performances, and a legacy that stretches across generations. From westerns to nerd anthems to Disney Channel classics, he built a career that few can match. But more than the roles, those closest to him remember a man who showed up with kindness, humor, and heart. In the end, perhaps the most powerful takeaway isn't about the project he missed. It's about the conversation his passing has reignited. Behind every celebrity headline is a human story. And sometimes the battles that matter most are the ones we never fully see.